Welcome to today's 5-minute Bible study in the Gospel of John. We're in John chapter 20, where John gives us his account of Easter morning, the resurrection of Jesus. We're going to start reading verse 11. Mary is outside the tomb crying. Now, we saw in yesterday's session that Mary Magdalene had come to the tomb. She saw the stone had been removed, and she saw this tomb was empty. She ran and got Peter and John and brought them, and they see the same thing. They go into the tomb. They see the grave clothing lying there, but Jesus' body is not there. They depart. Mary stays at the tomb, and it says she stood outside crying. And why is she crying? Well, of course, she doesn't realize yet Jesus has risen. She had seen him die on Friday. She knows he's dead. You know, once you're dead, you stay dead, right? That's what she assumes. She's weeping because of her grief, but also she assumes someone has stolen the body, and that breaks her heart. So she stands there crying. As she weeps, she looks over into the tomb again. And now she sees two angels in white seated where Jesus' body had been, one at the head and the other at the foot. She sees two angels. Now, no one had been in there before, but suddenly there are two beings there, angels. The other Gospels also testify to the fact that the women, when they came to the tomb, they see angels who testify to Jesus' resurrection. She sees the angels, and they ask her, "Woman, why are you crying?" And she says, "They've taken my Lord away. I don't know where they've put him." Now this, she turns around, and she saw Jesus standing there, but she didn't realize that it was Jesus. You might say, well, why didn't she recognize Jesus? Well, we're not certain. It may have been that through her tears she wasn't seeing clearly. It may have been she had her face to the ground in her weeping. Or it may have been simply that she was kept from recognizing Jesus immediately. Now we know, of course, from Luke's Gospel that later on Easter Day, two disciples are walking to Emmaus. And Jesus comes and begins to walk with them. But it says they are kept from recognizing who he is. And he talks with them a long time and actually stays with them for the night. And when they're preparing to eat supper and he breaks the bread, it's then that they recognize him. So maybe there's something similar with Mary, that she, at the first moment, is kept from recognizing Jesus. We don't know. We just know it says she does not recognize him immediately. Now, thinking he's the gardener, she says, you remember the tomb is in a garden. So she thinks maybe this man is the gardener. She says, "Sir, if you have carried him away, if you have taken the body, please tell me where you've put him. I will get him." And Jesus said to her, "Mary." She turned toward him. She cried out in Aramaic, "Rabboni," which means teacher, Rabbi. When Jesus called her name, she recognized him. It was something about the way he said her name. Suddenly, she's able to see. Suddenly, her eyes are open spiritually. She knows that it is Jesus. No, they haven't taken his body. He's alive. He's been resurrected. He is the living Lord. And she sees it. "Rabbi," she cries out, "my teacher." Now Jesus says to her, "Do not hold on to me, for I have not yet ascended to my Father, but go instead to my brothers and tell them, I am ascending to my Father, to your Father, to my God and your God." Do not hold on to me. What exactly does that mean? Well, I think perhaps in the moment she just wanted to grab a hold of Jesus and not let him go. But he's saying to her that that's not appropriate for this moment. I've got a mission for you. I've risen. I'm going to ascend back to the Father, to the heavenly realms. But now I want you to go and give witness to my resurrection. Go and tell my brothers. Go and tell the disciples. Now, she's already told Peter and John that the tomb was empty, but now she's got real news. Jesus has risen. He's alive. She has a mission. Mary Magdalene becomes the first witness to the resurrection, the Easter reality. Our Lord has risen. So it says she went to the disciples with the news, "I have seen the Lord." And she told them he had said these things to her. So the very first witness to the resurrection is Mary Magdalene. And she goes and tells the disciples, the 11. Because there are 11 now, remember. Judas, who betrayed him, has committed suicide. He's gone. There are 11 now. She tells them, "I have seen the Lord." He's risen. He's alive. Our Lord is the living Lord. And he's prepared to ascend back to the Father, to the right hand of God. What a wonderful message he has. And that is always the Easter witness. The Lord is risen. And Mary has the honor of being the first one to proclaim that witness. Now there's more to come. There's more in the Easter account of John, but we'll look at that tomorrow. So join us for our next 5-minute Bible study in the Gospel of John.